Be sure to visit homeworthy.com/shop to discover amazing furniture, art, and accessories handpicked by our editors to help transform your house into a home. All of the items are inspired by the episodes you see here on this channel. Enjoy! You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story. Like and subscribe for more.
Hey, Homeworthy! Welcome to my home. I'm George. Come on in. Hello, my name is George Worrell, and I work as a lifestyle expert here in Washington, D.C. I've been doing this for the past 20 years, and it's the love of my life. I do fashion, interior design, putting events together. It's been an amazing, amazing journey. So my outfit today, I chose it because it is the holidays, and I felt really good in it, and I love the color, and I thought it would just look spectacular on camera today. I am from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Yes, people are from there. And I've been coming to Washington all of my life. My family lived here, both sides of the family. I had an uncle who had a shop here. He was a tailor, and he owned a record store. And then my mom had a sister and brother who lived here. So it was just, we would always come here going south because my parents are from North Carolina. And I always gravitated to Washington. It was just a really fun place to be, and the museums were free. So being a history major, it just was the place to be. And after college, I was here. And then I moved to New York for a while. I lived in Philadelphia for a while. But Washington is my base. Well, welcome to my entryway or foyer, whichever you want to use. This is my gallery. So this is where the majority of my artwork and the things that make me happy. You can see the color palette, the mainstay here of my table, my love for candles, my chairs. I actually sit here sometimes to write or to think. My dog, who is at daycare, Moses, is not here. Unfortunately, he says hello. I will put his sweater on and do things here. I can remember where I got each piece. I got this mask in Eastern Market from this guy from Africa. And there are pieces that go with you everywhere, and you can just kind of see the color palette of it all. This is a Indian painting. I got this at Goodwood, and you know, it's not a whole lot of history. I've looked up the artist, and it has something to do with the early American settlers, and I think someone's in the background, they're hunting. So I pick things for color palette. I guess I should know a lot more, but if the color palette, my friend Freddie told me one time, she's like, just make sure it's authentic and from an artist. So that's what I've been doing. The color palette attracted me. So my drummer boys, oh my God, 25 years ago or 20 years ago, there was a store called Ames, and I could never find, you know, soldier boys of color. They're of color, they're brown. I think I spent $10 on these things, and I've had them like 25 years. And the only thing I've replaced on them are the bulbs, but they're my drummer boys. It's just a feeling, and it's just worked because all of these are from different places. Like I said, Goodwood and it's Pixies. I got a few pieces in New York. I got some from a street vendor in New York in the West Village. And so it's eclectic, but for some reason it all goes together. And I'm excited about that. I don't know if it's anything special that I'm doing, but I know that I love these pieces and they make me feel good. I love candlesticks and candle holders. This candle holder I got, it's wrought iron. I got it at Miss Pixie's on 14th Street. And I'm sure it's about 60 to 70 years old. You don't do anything to it, and I got candles, and it goes with me everywhere. I've had it about 5 years, and I have candles all over my apartment. But I love candles and, you know, little decor. And this piece here, I got at Goodwood. And it is mahogany. But you have to be very gentle with it. But I love this piece. It's a mainstay, and it's slender enough so that you have room to walk through the entryway so you don't feel crowded. So I'm renovating a big house. It's going to take a while, so I needed a place to stay. But I didn't want a large place. I love hotel living. When I travel, I love living in a hotel space. And this reminds me of living in a hotel space. It's the right amount of space, but it's not too much. I'm not all day cleaning, all of these things, like different rooms and all that. It's just perfect for me, size-wise, and the location. I started with the sofa first, and I built and furnished and decorated everything around my sofa. Like when I walked into the apartment, there was nothing, of course, but I took about a month or two to choose the sofa. Like I kept things in storage. I didn't do anything until I purchased my sofa. And then I bought the mirrors in, and then I brought the lamps in and all the things, because I had such a large space. I wanted this space to not be over decorated. I wanted to have space to kind of move around. I have spaces in here that there's nothing on the wall, so that there's a balance. Come on, let's go into the living room / kitchen, which I talk about the hotel living. So everything is here together. All of my appliances. This is where I eat and dine. There's usually no more than one other person to sit and have a little nosh. I cook fall and winter. Spring, not so much. I may go up on the rooftop and barbecue, but it's kind of, I go out. But now, it's so funny that you should ask me that, because I got my mother's recipe, finally, I'm 60, for banana pudding. So I've been making banana pudding for the holidays, and so I do a lot of cooking. The secret for me for decorating a small space is making sure you have the balance of enough, but not too much. Like, so I don't like clutter. I'm like the Joan Crawford of cleanliness. So I want to be able to see my things. I want to be able to not feel, blocked in. And with this space, like I said, that I started with the sofa and build around it, like I had to create spaces. So I had to create my kitchen space. So 2 people, that's it. Sofa, my books, to watch TV or to read. These places are together. You just kind of have to section it off so that it works. So I have room to cook, then I can sit down and eat. My parents did come when I first moved in, and it was very comfortable for them. I actually stayed in one of the vacant apartments, but there was enough room for all of us. I always want a real tree. It's a real tree, like all of these ornaments I've gathered over 20 years. Like even these deer that I found at a secondhand store in New York. So this I found 4 years ago after my dog at the time, Max, had passed. And I thought, as a representation of him, I would find this ornament. So it comes on the tree every year and hangs. He's here in spirit. I love birds. So I have an assortment of birds. I found all of these things, Michael's, a few discount places. And They're very well made. So, you know, just each year you bring them out. The boxes, there's nothing in them. They're just for decor. So soon I guess I need to probably start Christmas shopping, huh? So I found this piece at Miss Pixie's and I loved it because I wanted a TV stand, but I also wanted something that had compartments that I could put things in. So I have all of these drawers. I have hangers in here. I have some of my winter stuff in here. I have bulbs on that side because of space, you know, but you would never know it. Like, to look at it, it's just a place with TV, but it has all of these compartments that I love, and that it's also a really nice wood, and it was painted on the back and he left the front natural. So I loved it. It's just, you know, you have these pieces that you have that will go with you forever. Like, I'm a person that changes a lot. Like, so the sofa that I had in my last space was not the sofa that I wanted in this space. But there are pieces like this piece and many other pieces that will go with me where I go. So I've learned over the years of being in fashion and interior design is that I've educated myself to find wonderful pieces, lasting pieces, whether it be clothes or interior design. So I love that eclectic feel. I do have a color palette. It's fall colors, yellows, browns, those kinds of things that you'll see throughout the apartment. But I'm definitely a color person, but I like the walls to be white and the color to come from the things that I have on the wall and in the apartment. And I also wanted the feel of a library. If you notice, all over my apartment, you will see books. And I wanted to, wherever I am, that I can pick up a book and read. But I wanted comfort, because many times you can be at a place or be in someone's home and the furniture is really lovely, but it's uncomfortable. All the furniture here is comfortable. I have books according to size. So I have this small Jackie book, Jacqueline Kennedy. I also have this, Caroline Kennedy did this Best Loved Poems by Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. And I have Fred Astaire Style. I love mirrors, and I found this piece, I think at Goodwood, and it mounts to the wall. And I got the garland to go around, and of course my candles. And it's happenstance. Like, you find these pieces and sometimes you don't know where they will go, but you love them and you just make it work, and it just works. Like, I love this area. And again, a small space. I couldn't have something large. So I like this area. I found the garland at Target. So you'll notice that throughout the tour, I've named some of the same stores because they are places that I find pieces that I will not find anyplace else. And they're in my neighborhood. And when I say neighborhood, they're in Washington, and the places, they're my haunts. Sometimes I go there and I don't buy anything. I will sit, I'll read, or I'll talk to Miss Pixie's, or I'll go to Goodwood and I would talk to Anna. Her husband would tell me about the artwork. So there was more like family. So these pieces meant a lot to me in finding them and keeping them. It's wonderful every morning to wake up to the things that you love and the things that you have curated. This apartment and many places that I've lived were curated. And I think hopefully the people that are your viewers, you curate your space. You put together the things that you love. And when you put the things together that you love, somehow they go together. They may not be purchased together, or they just work, they mesh. I found this in the trash, and it's called Dreams Come True. This is about 10 years old. It goes with me everywhere. Dreams come true. And I always have it in my kitchen, and I always remind myself, as a dreamer, that they do come true. Now, let's take a look at my bedroom. And again, you want to make the most out of a small space. So I'm loving that the walls are white. And I wanted something a little, just maybe extra. And so I chose this. I found this off of Wayfair. It's white velvet. And then I found the comforter at Wayfair too. I have a love for pattern. And so I think it all works together. I found this again at a secondhand store, and it works as a dresser and a TV stand. So I have my handkerchiefs and my belts and my jewelry and socks and all that other kind of stuff. So I've been lucky enough to purchase some items that have a backstory. So these side tables, I got them, I went with a friend to Baltimore to a vintage store, and I was looking for side tables that would fit in a small space. And we found these. The brand is Willette, and they were started in the 30s and became really popular in the 50s. And I think I got them for like $200, and I think they're worth like 6 or 7 a piece now. But the wood is so good. And so it's where I keep my books, and I do a lot of reading. So I have The Road Less Traveled here. I think it's the 2nd edition. And then, so let me tell you, this is so funny. My mother had this on her dresser since I was like 8, and I'm 60. So I asked her for it. This is where I keep my cufflinks. Yeah. And then my ear stoppers, because Moses snores sometimes, my dog Moses. So, yeah. So that goes here. And then I have some tabletop books. I'm a fan of Jack and Jacqueline Kennedy, so it's Remembering Jack. And then I found this photograph book, Black in America. So it has a whole lot of nostalgic Black photos, some of which I cut out and have framed. And then I love, when I sit here, I always have my Maya Angelou's Why the Caged Bird Sings is right next to my table. I love the feeling of home. I love that it's a small space for me and my dog Moses. But then the amenities, I can play golf here. There's an amenities room that I can entertain up to 20 to 30 people. There's a library, there's a pool on the roof. If I need to grill, there are grills. And they're accessible without leaving the building. But I don't have to maintain all of those things. I have a very active life, and I just want to come in and have a meal or wash. It just works for me, and I like the white walls, and it's quiet. You see some of your neighbors sometime, but wonderful concierge. So it's all of those amenities, but that home feeling. Looking forward to a wonderful, wonderful 2023, healthy, and we kind of stopped dreaming a little bit during the pandemic, and now that it looks as though we're kind of navigating out of it, we can inspire ourselves again and live again, and as the Queen said, talk to people again, be with people again. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy about the future. I'm happy talking to you. So let's go into my closet. It's a lovely size, but I'm sure it could be a little larger, but here we go. I have clocks in here. I have some artwork in here. I have some art pieces, and my hats, my suits. I'm very organized, and I think organization is innate because my parents are the same way. When I grew up, my friends would come to my house and they were like, does anybody live here? And I was like, oh, if I ever get a place of my own, I'm just gonna have everything around wherever I want. Of course, that's not how I live. I live the way I was raised and how my parents are. So my suits are here, my bags are here, you know, my summer bags, my shoes. The essentials for any closet, either male or female, should be a dark suit, gray, blue, or black. Same for women, to have a simple black dress, a navy dress, or suit, pantsuit. I also think that your garments should be interchangeable. You should be able to get 2 to 3 looks out of every outfit. And if you don't, call me, I'll show you how. I very rarely shop for the things that I need. I always go out if I see something and it catches my eye, I get it. There's always an occasion to come up with it. Like, so I saw this and I thought, you know, it's inauguration season, it's Christmas, it's all of these things, holidays. Why not have this? And guess what? Allison called and said she was coming by. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to wear this suit. It's ink, it's slim fit, and it just works for me. It's easy to wear. You don't need a whole lot of anything with it, like tie or, you know, like a buttonniere or any of those things. So it just works for me. I have a favorite piece in my closet. It's this suit. This suit belonged to my Uncle Clarence, my father's brother, who was a tailor and a cobbler. And he purchased this suit from Garfinkel's in 1966, a Levan. And this suit is timeless. And I've had it altered. I added 3 buttons when it was in style, but I think I'm going to have it re-altered and have it a 2-button again. But this will go with me everywhere. He gave it to my father, and then my father gave it to me after he passed. So this is very special to me. Yeah. And I'm also a slight bit of a Carrie Bradshaw with my shoes. Each year I purge my closet and I donate and I give to people that are in my same size and kind of have the same taste that I do. I don't hold on to a lot of pieces. I keep some signature pieces, like I said about the suit, but I'm always like getting rid of and, you know, an excuse to go purchase something else. So as a kid, my parents took me to the boardwalk and there was an artist on there that was doing chalk drawings of people. And my parents had him to make a drawing of me, similar to this. And I lost it like 20 years ago. When I saw this, this so reminded me of the kid that I was then, and that's why I got it. The color palette, but it just reminded me of being a kid and that artist on the boardwalk so many years ago who drew me. When I come home, whatever has happened that day, bad, good, indifferent, that I can leave it outside and just regroup, rethink, and dream. I'm a dreamer. So, you know, working for yourself, I've been working for myself for the past 20 years. I have to have an environment that inspires me. My artwork, my clothes, the meals, all of these things in my home inspire me to go out with different ideas, to do things, and to navigate my journey. So that's what home means to me. Homeworthy, thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh and sing a song. Good night.
Thanks for watching. For more Homeworthy content, be sure to like and subscribe.